introduction. I'm Travis, a junior here at PGA, and I am now pleased to introduce our principal, Mr. Avery.
Thank you, Travis, for your introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for celebrating with us. I am Brad Avery, interim principal at PSD Global Academy, home of the pioneers. I am honored to welcome you to our commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2021. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the recent changes in guidance from the Larimer County Department of Health and Environment. Now that we are seated, if you feel comfortable doing so, you may remove your mask while seated during the ceremony. Alternatively, you may choose to continue wearing your mask if that is your preference. These last 15 months have been remarkable, but this experience has connections to our roots at PGA. PGA started as a fully online school in 2009. Our first graduating class was one student. The ceremony was conducted in the boardroom of the district's Johansson Services Center, and soon PGA transitioned to the hybrid learning model with which we are familiar today. The first of its kind in Colorado, and at that time, we also shortly expanded our enrollment to include all grades K through 12, and this model has been consistent for the past decade. Last year, we celebrated graduates with a drive-through style diploma pickup in our school parking lot. Next year, PGA returns to our roots by offering a fully virtual learning pathway alongside our hybrid learning model. And I wonder whether future graduation ceremonies will bring a novel blending of in-person and virtual traditions. This year, I am honored and humbled to stand before you in person to celebrate our 24 graduates of the class of 2021. This is normally the part where I would share more details about what a hybrid school is and what online learning looks like. But I think everyone has had a bit more experience in hybrid and online learning with this past school year. So I think I can omit that portion. I'd like to acknowledge members of district leadership who are present today to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. Directors of the Poudre School District Board of Education. Members of the district leadership cabinet, Mr. Scott Nielsen and Dr. Tracy Guile. And finally, I'd like to introduce Interim Superintendent of Poudre School District, Dr. Todd Lambert. To our district leaders, the staff and students at PSD Global Academy would like to recognize your service to our community via your ongoing commitment to both school choice and innovation in education. PSD Global Academy's hybrid design offers the flexibility and belonging needed by our students, those seated before you today, as well as former and future students. This choice, PGA, wouldn't exist without your vision, leadership, and support. Thank you and welcome. Next, I would like to welcome the amazing PGA staff. While the district's mission is to educate every child every day, for you, it's every child, every day, anytime, any place. Never has that been more true than this year, as we extended our own notions of any time and any place to beyond what any of previously imagined. Being a pioneer isn't always easy. You have stretched yourselves to address the unique challenges that arose in this unique school year with grace, calm, and optimism. You have supported and personalized learning and engagement strategies for each and every student in varied learning models, in person, synchronous, asynchronous, or a mixture of all three. Your successful collective efforts to meet and exceed the needs of our students is part of why these 24 graduates are seated here today. It has been my privilege to serve you, to learn and grow with you, and to be part of the amazing pioneer team at PGA. To the parents, family, friends of our graduates, thank you for your partnership in your students' learning and for setting and supporting high expectations for both your student and for PSD Global Academy. To our parents, we know that choosing PGA meant choosing a greater involvement and engagement in the education of your student. You were not only a parent, but you were also a learning coach, and we, the staff at PGA, appreciate your dedication to all that this role encompassed. You each have unique stories of how the give and take of shifting between parent and learning coach played out in your households over this past school year, over the many school years that came before. Each of you also have powerful experiences of growing your students' ownership of their learning and mastery of skills and habits that are essential in our ever-changing world. Your graduate will walk across the stage today because of the vital role you played and will continue to play. Today, we share your pride in the accomplishments of every single graduate. Thank you, parents, family, friends, and all who have supported and sometimes pushed these pioneers in becoming the owners of their future. And finally, welcome to our guests of honor, the PGA graduating class of 2021. Take a moment and reflect on this significant accomplishment. And maybe, just maybe, I heard a couple sighs of relief as well, right? Poudre School District is proud of each and every one of you. We have watched many of you overcome challenges to earn the privilege to walk across the stage today. Some of you have persevered through barriers that might have stopped others. I am so very proud of each and every single one of you. Today is the culmination of many years of effort. As a K-12 school, some unique opportunities are afforded to us. One tradition that has been a favorite of mine in previous years is having students in grades K through 11 line the main hallway of our school and cheer for the graduates as they walk to their senior breakfast. Not only is this a genuine moment to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating seniors, but it is also a moment to be role models for younger students and for them to visualize and know that they can achieve this same goal of graduation in their future. This walk takes about 30 to 40 seconds. Unfortunately, we were not able to follow through on this tradition this year. So can I please have the audience cheer for a sustained 30 to 40 seconds for our amazing graduates. I wanted to make sure that each and every one of you got your moment in the sun. That's one of the most amazing traditions at PGA, and so we'll take that with us going forward. Another privilege of working in a K-12 school is watching students grow up through the many years that they are a member of our school community. We have had graduates in the past who were at PGA from 6th through 12th grade. However, this year we have two graduates that I would like to recognize, Kimberly Sparks and Daisy Solt. Kim started her journey at PGA in 2013 as a 5th grader. Daisy started in PGA in 2010, the first year that we added students in grades K through 5. Daisy was enrolled as a 2nd grade student in Cheryl Fenlison's classroom. Both Kim and Daisy have been elementary, middle, and high school students at PSD Global Academy. While we've watched some of you learn and grow for several years, and some of you for only 1 year, we will miss each of you. Yet we are happy you are leaving us to start your next adventure. Know that we won't forget you. You have helped us to learn, grow, adapt, and change. And you have made us stronger educators and better able to meet the needs of students coming after you. You've left your mark on PGA, and we are better PGA for inspiring us to be better every single day. We have dedicated our careers to help students reach this very goal. This great moment is a celebration for all of our staff, and we thank you for letting us join you in celebrating your accomplishments today. We are here to honor you and your accomplishments, so who better than to share them than you, our graduates? I'd like to introduce our first senior speaker, Celeste Bernhardt.
Okay, adults, children, geniuses, musicians, technicians, or whatever you want to call us, we stand before you today as high school graduates, and more importantly, as students. Over the last 4 years, we have all learned difficult lessons in both school and in life. I had a countdown in my phone for graduation, but I didn't realize that I will always be a student and that I will always be learning new things and challenging my mind. As a student at PGA, I have grown in mathematics, English, art, history, science, photography, and fashion design, but I have also grown in love, happiness, independence, and real-world knowledge. We aren't just students in a classroom, we are students in the world. As an international cheerleader, I was constantly learning new skills, new techniques, and new ways to throw people in the air. However, the most important lessons that I have learned were not in the classroom or in the gym or in the workplace. They were at home with my family. My family has taught me so many things, and I wouldn't be who I am today without them. Not only has my family encouraged me to stay true to who I am in all aspects of life, but they taught me how to get along in the real world. My daddy taught me how to change a tire, rebuild an engine, and to come back swinging when nobody wants me down. My mama taught me that every end has a new beginning, how to save money, how to be confident, and how to know when to hold my tongue. But I'm still getting the hang of that. My siblings taught me how to fight, but they also taught me how to love and share and connect with people. My stepdad taught me that no one can succeed for you, and if you put your mind to something, you can do just about anything. My stepmom taught me that the best relationships come when you least expect them to, and that once you find true, genuine love, even if it goes away for a while, it will always come back. Not only has my family taught me so much, but I've taught myself many things as well. I taught myself how to play the piano and the clarinet, and I taught myself how to write in calligraphy. But most importantly, I taught myself how to love who I am, how to change myself for the better, and how to be okay on my own. Even with all of these lessons, I still have one that I'm terrified to learn, how to grow up. I don't want to leave my family and be on my own, even though I say it sometimes. I want to stay in Neverland. That's the trouble with the real world. Too many people grow up. Walt Disney. I I watched my older siblings grow up and move out, leaving me behind. I watched my little sister go to her first homecoming, have her first breakup, and become the beautiful young woman that she is today. I'm watching my nieces and nephews grow into humans, and I wish that they would stay little forever, although I do love the beautiful, innocent, and gentle children that they are becoming. But even though I wish that I could stay in Neverland and never have to grow up, I'm excited to see what the future has to hold for me, my family, and my peers. I know that it's hard for all of the parents, family, and friends that are sitting here with us this afternoon, watching us prepare to go into the real world. But we stand here today not because we have grown up, but because we have succeeded. So, to the class of 2021, we struggled through senior year and the global pandemic, but we made it. This world will not knock us down because one day we will win. Thank you.
Hi everybody. Good morning, graduates. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Silasha Bamba. Today is a big day for all of us, a day we all have waited for. There's a quote I found by Kate Winslet. It goes, "You always have to carry on, and you can because you have to." I think this quote fits very well with this year that we've all endured. I am here today to say, life will always have its hardships, but we are the future and we must keep moving forward. I promise you can. I want to give a huge thanks to Mr. Shelley, my counselor at Poudre High School, for being the first person that I came to mind to reach out for help. I've never felt judged when speaking to him about my situation. I also want to show appreciation for Ms. Eakins and my counselor here at PSD, Poudre Global Academy, and Melissa, my teen parent teacher at Poudre Global Academy, who supported me throughout the year with kind words and encouragement to finish off strong. To all my other teachers who you fall nothing close to short, you all have made a huge impact in our lives. Thank you. I don't know how I would have done it without you. You're all truly amazing. In order to live your life to the fullest, you have to attend to your needs. That being self-love, mental, physical, and emotional health. The world doesn't stop for you, but the people who love you will always see you for who you truly are. COVID has brought a lot of hardships into our lives, but was also a blessing in disguise. People have spent this time focusing on themselves and being more grateful for the people whom they love. I admire the people who are less fortunate during COVID. You pulled the weight and you're making it through. Not being able to see our family, our friends, attending school online, being stuck at home, bored in the house and I'm in the house bored, being stuck at home is basically all we did was watch TikToks. So thank you for that. Senior year and our world going through a pandemic is not ideal. This year I have faced obstacles I never thought I would have. I had plans and goals to reach. I didn't think of the many things that might change my path. Here I am today as a single mother of an amazing 10-month-old baby boy. Silas Anthony Bamba, my heart and soul, the light that has lit up my life forever. In November of 2019, I found out I was pregnant, and let me tell y'all, I was so scared to face my new reality. Going through the pandemic, as a soon-to-be teen mom, I found myself feeling alone every day. It was a struggle. I felt that time was slow, the skies were gray, and it was as if nobody noticed that I was slowly losing myself. I worked long hours to prepare for myself to be a mother for my soon-to-be child. Through my pregnancy, I had health issues, which was just the cherry on top to the long days I was enduring. But on July 16, 2020, it was time to welcome my Silasito into the world. My life took a turn for the better. I found myself enjoying the days that I had with him, looking forward to all the milestones my son will be achieving. This has not been an easy task being a single mother, working parent, and a student all at the same time. This experience has humbled me. I thought my dreams were crushed. So much was taken away from me in one relationship. I lost sight of the bigger picture. I was doubtful and I wasn't myself for a time, but it never clouded my judgment. I've always known what I wanted in life. So I want to thank my parents, my amazing parents, who are also teen parents. My mom supported me by following me to every single appointment and satisfying my cravings with no excuses. She always said, "Mommy only wants the best for you, and if what you feel is right, then do it. Follow your heart." She's a strong-willed woman with blunt. Y'all have no idea how blunt she can be. It can almost hurt your feelings. But it was always with loving intention. Thank you, Mommy, for being my backbone and making my life a little easier. My dad would knock on my door often to see how I was feeling, even when he worked long hours. I remember one night he gave me a piece of advice that I will never forget. With the same look he gives me every time I'm sad. It's a look of concern, heart, and anger. With his hand resting on my growing belly, he said, "Prepare yourself, baby girl. You might break your heart, but this little one here inside you will always love you." I will never forget his words. He held me when I was scared. His big hugs and kisses on the top of my head was my safe place. The goofiest, craziest man I know walked on eggshells around me because he didn't want to upset his little girl. Thank you, Daddy, for being my shoulder. They have raised all 8 of my siblings and I to never give up. They always knew the right things to say when I felt at lost. They told stories of when they were young parents and the struggles they crossed, but were able to overcome. Because of how strong they are, they were able to pass down their strengths to me. I am forever grateful for the sometimes harsh but nothing far from the truth advice they would give me. Even if I didn't want to listen all the time, I'm glad I did. I think we can all relate to that with our parents. I know what I want out of life and refuse to lower my standards ever again. I lived through it and now have a greater knowledge of what I deserve because it's part of life. Lost time is not an option anymore. I refuse to allow my goals to slip away. This took a great amount of months in my life to ponder these overwhelming feelings of pain. I'm often asked how I remain strong. The truth is, I face my pain. Admiring the little things in life keeps me going. That being your mother's tears, your father's hard-working hands, your siblings' smiles and annoying arguments, your friends' laughter, and maybe even your pet's love for you. I had to move forward, not only for my well-being, but for my little blessing. I knew Silas deserved to have a mother who was happy and loved life. So I became just that for us. Seeing him made me stronger. Sometimes what you want in life isn't what's best for you. Sometimes you have to let people go even if it hurts. But the heart will always mend. It takes a lot of time, love, and strength within you to dig yourself out of the hole you burrowed in deep. Another favorite quote of mine: "Through thorny ways leads to a joyful end." This quote has inspired me, and I hope it'll do the same for you as well. I love life way more than I ever did with my son in my arms. He opened my eyes to all the beautiful things in the world, big and small. Silas Anthony Bamba, you saved me. Never allow someone to take your desires. Don't reach for the stars, reach for the moon. Although our stories are not the same, we've all worked hard getting through, rising above our struggles and life in general. But here we are as graduates of 2021 in our caps and gowns, getting ready to enter the new chapter of our lives. The long crowded hallways that we all know has come to an end. We did it, y'all. Now let's make the world a better place. Go class of 2021.
Hi, I'm Grace. 94,680,000 seconds in our high school career and not one month we were expected. How those 4 years went was definitely a surprise. From starting out out of school, having support me accomplishing my dreams, to my dad passing away, and now COVID, and it's definitely been a roller coaster. Switching to PGA has been the best decision I've ever made. Being accepted into this amazing community has given me the skills and courage to accomplish my dreams. Now to the all the staff at PGA who have helped me become who I am today. More specifically, Mrs. McGrath, Mrs. Andrew, Mrs. Wilson, Mrs. King, Ms. Cat, Mr. James, and Ms. Chris. You have all made an everlasting impact on my life. I would also like to thank my biggest role model and my best friend, my mom. I wouldn't be where I am today without you. You are hardworking, resilient, brave, and so much more. Thank you for never giving up on me. I hope to be just like you someday. Thank you. My name is Julia Petrino, and I came to PJ as a sophomore. As many of you know, my mom's a fourth grade teacher here, and she encouraged me to try it out after about freshman year. I didn't really want to go just because my mom had told me to, but I decided I would go for one semester and see what happened. It's easy for me to see now how that semester changed my life. I started out the very first day in the field outside of our school, in a circle of kids I had never seen before, being asked to share about myself, and being directed by a teacher ringing my bell calls. If you don't know already, I'm referring to the students. I turned to the girl sitting next to me and said, "Do you do this every day?" She laughed and said, "Not every day, but at least once a week." That girl became not only my best friend, but my sister, and the person I got in trouble with more than once for talking to my class. Coming from a large high school, the idea that my teachers would genuinely care about me and my life beyond school was foreign. I wasn't ready for Mr. Beth's class to be about more than just tectonic plates, but about whether I was doing okay that day. Really okay. And if I wasn't, that was okay too. I wasn't ready for Mr. James to invigorate my passion for history and politics, and I don't think my family was either. I wasn't ready for Ms. Cat to encourage my love for writing, because I had always been taught that careers in STEM were more important than any career in the arts. My first year, I had a lot of relearning to do, but I was only ever encouraged to be the best version of myself. And when someone has rainbow clocks in school, you have to rise to that level too. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities presented to me by my teachers, counselors, and friends at PGA. I wouldn't be here today without the unconditional support offered with me. I want to thank my classmates for always pushing me to be my best self, my teachers for teaching me so much more than the standard curriculum, my counselor, Ms. Chris, for always offering a helping hand, Kristen for allowing me to write to you for hours and being right next to me through every single moment, and thank you to my mom for pushing me to try out PGA and being my number one cheerleader through it all. At the end of this summer, I will be moving across the country, but the lessons that I learned at PGA will never leave me. And I don't mean lessons in class, although those are important too. I mean, when I learned how to be brave enough to ask for help. And most importantly, I learned that being different was way more important than anyone. Those are the lessons I will cherish the most when all the guys each moments I can teach my high school. I just need to remember to pack my makeup box. Thank you.
but we made it through. The work we did here will plant a seed and guide us to so many new things. Our 4 years of high school, especially this last year and a half, have not been easy. Use the strength you have gained to guide you through your next experience, whether that be college, or work, or unknown. I want to end this speech with a quote by Ben Platt. I don't know who will become. I can't promise it's not written in the stars, but I believe that when it's done, we're going to see that it was better that we grew up together. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen, and thanks to each of you that shared your thoughts with us today. I started my teaching career in the 2002-2003 school year, the year in which many of our graduates seated here before us today were born. In 2011, I left the classroom to join the district's educational technology team and help launch PSD's one-to-one laptop program for students in grades 3 through 12. In 2011, our graduates were in 3rd grade and among the first students to benefit from this program. In 2016, I eagerly joined the PGA family as an assistant principal, excited to again be closer to students and thrilled to be in a learning environment that embraces flexibility, adaptive mindsets, personalization, and relationships. In 2016, our graduates were 8th grade students, navigating the sometimes choppy waters of middle school, but also discovering their interests, gifts, and potential as they prepared to embark on their high school years. In 2020, the world changed. Our graduates stepped into their senior year amidst these incredibly strange circumstances to complete their high school journey virtually. Not since our earliest days had students engaged in learning at PGA in a fully virtual model. And now students across PSD, across the state and nation, and indeed the world over, shared in this experience. While it was new to most, this was not entirely new to our students. Our students were already experienced remote learners, comfortable with the asynchronous learning 2 to 3 days of each week. Yet we did have to learn new strategies to adapt to learning remotely 5 days a week, without the familiar on-campus days that often served to anchor the week's learning. We embraced new tools and technology to support synchronous remote learning, and more importantly, to sustain the relationships that make PGA an amazing place. For each of our graduates, this was an unexpected twist. But each graduate sits before you today because they adapted, they supported each other, and they accepted support when needed. They persevered, and they succeeded. Reflecting upon this past year, I have given frequent consideration to expectation and to reality. In each of our lives, we have dreams, goals, hopes, expectations. When reality aligns with our expectations, outcomes, goals, and dreams are achieved more easily with less effort expended. When there's a misalignment of expectation and reality, the cognitive dissonance that ensues can stifle us, trap us. Some may abandon their goals, their dreams, their expectations in the face of obstacles and challenges, yet others persevere. The milestones of our lives, especially those that we cherish most, are those for which we fought, for which we travailed, those that our efforts to earn made their meaning more potent. In each of our lives, the alignment of expectation and reality will ebb and flow. This year, we shared in a collective misalignment of expectation and reality. You, our graduates, sit before us today because regardless of this misalignment, and perhaps in spite of it, you bent reality to your will, to your expectation. Bending reality to one's will is no easy feat, but each of you has acquired and honed skills that served you well in this effort and will continue to serve each of your future endeavors. Perseverance, innovation, optimism, navigation, empathy, empowerment, reflection, and self-awareness are some of the skills that each of you as pioneers employed. Perseverance is the ability to continue or maintain an effort to achieve an end in the face of opposition, challenges, or obstacles. Each of you has persevered, not only this year, but over your entire educational journey. Innovation is the ability to refine and improve existing ideas or strategies, often in a gradual manner that leads to new ideas, strategies, and ways of accomplishing efforts. Each of you has innovated to accomplish this significant milestone today. Optimism is the ability to seek or value the favorable circumstances of a situation, process, or event, often in ways that promote success. You have found silver linings and positive perspectives amidst this school year. There are new things that we all tried this year, and they worked. So let's keep doing those things, and let's collectively hold on to the positive experiences and ways that we grew closer together this year. Navigation is the ability to plan and set a course, to stay on target despite obstacles or challenges that arise on the journey. Each of you experienced the strong crosswinds that threatened to take you off course, but each of you made adjustments in our supportive community to stay the course and realize the accomplishment of graduation today. Empathy is the ability to understand and value the perspectives or feelings of others. You have built and sustained relationships with peers, staff, parents, friends, and family over your educational journey. Empathy has been a cornerstone of these relationships and strengthened our community and our shared purpose. Empowerment is the quality in which one is confident and capable of exercising self-determination. You have each grown in your capacity to be the conductor of the symphony that is your life. You each leave PGA as empowered citizens, ready to use the resources at your disposal to shape your symphony to your aspirations. Reflection is the ability to pause, to revisit one's journey and contemplate experiences and evaluate what could have been done differently for the purpose of improvement. Each of you has engaged in reflective practice, and the adjustments and improvements you made over the course of this year and in years past have helped you realize your graduation today. Self-awareness is the ability to take inventory of oneself, one's abilities, and that which makes one unique. Each of you have leveraged your unique talents and worked from your strengths. When facing challenges that did not align with your talents and strengths, you engaged with peers, teachers, and resources to sustain your growth and achievement. Each of these skills, mindsets, and attitudes, and many more acquired along your educational journey, will serve you well in your future. You have accomplished so much as pioneers, and you will each accomplish so much more. You are ready to sail into your next adventure with confidence, to leave your mark. Indeed, for the graduates seated before me today, we have collectively realized our why at PGA. We value every individual and believe that they have the potential to positively impact the world. Dr. Lambert, as interim principal of PSD Global Academy, I hereby certify that these candidates have met the requirements set forth by the Board of Education and the state of Colorado and are indeed ready for graduation. Congratulations to the pioneers of the graduating class of 2021. Please join me in welcoming the Interim Superintendent of Poudre School District, Dr. Todd Lambert.
Thank you, Principal Avery. Seniors, congratulations. Over these closing weeks of the school, whether at this ceremony or at other gatherings, you will likely receive well-earned praise for getting to the high school finish line under arguably the most difficult conditions in a generation. Enjoy the accolades and take the time to appreciate those accomplishments. As the father of 2 recent PSD, I was able to get some inside information on the do's and don'ts of a graduation speech in 2021. I was told to keep it quick, don't be too serious, and offer some relevant advice that may help you navigate life after high school. One of them also suggested that I not dwell on the difficult conditions we've all had to endure during the pandemic. You are here to look forward. You are here to be honored. You are here to be celebrated and loved by your family and friends. So let's talk about you. I'm always cautious handing out advice to graduates who aren't. President Harry Truman said that he found the to people your age was to ask you what you want to do and then just advise you to do it. Well, since I have no way of knowing what each of you wants to do, I'm just going to have to take my chances with the advice. First, recognize that life is going to be unpredictable with unexpected and unforeseen challenges. You will be forced to make adjustments to the hopes, dreams, and plans you have both in your head and in your hearts. Accept this and continue to plan your next steps. When something changes, adjust and learn from your experiences. When opportunities present themselves, be bold and grab them with both hands. The point is that you have no way of knowing exactly how things are going to play out. An open mind and a willingness to adjust your sails will put you in the best position for success. Next, find your servant heart. As you get older, you'll begin to measure your life's accomplishments by the impact you've had on others. It will happen sooner for some of you, but it will happen. Aim to bring out the best in those around you. Find a cause, find a passion, and then carve out time to serve others. It will be worth the investment both for you and for them. Finally, don't go it alone. Anyone who knows me knows that I believe in the power of we over me. As you mature and take on more responsibilities, the challenges and problems you face will become more real and with higher stakes. It's one of the many perks of adulthood. When I reflect back on what helped me get through my most difficult times and what has helped others I know who have faced similar challenges, it is the ability to tap into a support system of family and friends. They are the ones, sometimes the only ones, who will be there when you need advice, tolerance, compassion, and understanding. This means that you have to work at building your personal support system. Return calls, reach out. Take the time to be there for those who need you. Those investments will matter when you face life's biggest moments. You will have many opportunities to make friends and build the types of relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't miss your chance. In closing, I want you to remember that the people who are sitting out here in the audience love you very much. Just because you're graduating doesn't mean that they will stop being a part of your life. Until you're in their shoes, you really won't fully understand the emotions they're going through today. Be understanding and cut them a little slack over the next couple of weeks. It's been my honor to watch you all grow up over the past 13 years. I'm excited for your bright future and confident for the meaningful contributions you will make to this ever-changing world. Principal Avery, I'm honored to accept the 2021 graduates of Poudre School District's Global Academy. Board of Education President Fev, as interim superintendent of Poudre School District, I now present to you the Poudre School District Global Academy Class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert. As president of the Poudre School District Board of Education, and on behalf of the entire Board of Education, I confer diplomas to you, the graduates of Poudre Global Academy, Class of 2021. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert, President Bev, and Mr. Avery. Thank you also, Kristen, Celise, Cy, Grace, Julia, and Trevor, for your thoughtful words of gratitude and inspiration. Well done. Class of 2021, are you ready to receive your diplomas? It's time, let's do it. All right, graduates on this side, please come form a line at the base of the stairs. As I call your name, please come up to the stage and receive your diploma from your senior advisor, Ms. Unruh, and your principal, Mr. Avery. Kristen Ann Hampton. Julia May Petrino. Trevor Presson. Stephanie Elizabeth Austin. Abigail Faye Snyder. Joshua Michael Bandini. Ashton Lee Strobel. Andrew James Lunn. Charles Elias Gallagher. Kimberly Diane Sparks. Daisy Ray Solt. right, now can this side please form a line at the base of the stairs and receive your diploma when I call your name. Cassidy Celise Bernhardt. Grace Elizabeth Haney. Tobias Martin Hunter Miller. Tressa Iris Baca. Lorraine Unique Picardo. Amalio Martin Torres. Celestia Bamba. Daniel Diaz. Cesar Adrian Munoz. Anna Marie Jaquez. Evelyn Ann Moore. Thank you, Ms. Unruh and Mr. Avery. Graduates, will you please stand and face your audience? I proudly present the Poudre School District Global Academy Class of 2021. Graduates, And now to make it official, together, let's switch your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, J.R. McGrath, for providing our beautiful music. And thank you, Ann and Jean, for creating our senior slideshow. Thank you also, PSD Board of Education and Cabinet, for supporting PGA and our students. Thank you also, amazing PGA staff, for making this day possible. Most of all, thank you, graduates and families. Have a wonderful day. Please feel free to take a moment and take some photos of your grads if you like in front of our banner or anywhere else in the building. And this concludes our ceremony.